Even though we're now living on our farm in Georgia, we still have about a year's worth of travel videos left to create, so we'll be posting those periodically along with our homesteading videos. In April of 2022, we had finally made it to Utah, and after a bit of a stressful drive, where our RV underbelly dropped in the middle of the Utah desert, I'll post a link to that video down below. We made it to our campground in Kanab, Utah. We stayed at Kanab RV Corral, which was a cute little RV park in town. On our first morning, we were super excited to visit the main attraction in the area, Zion National Park. We headed to the park, which was about an hour away from our campground in Kanab, to the trailhead that we were planning on hiking that day. For some reason, our GPS took us the wrong way and we ended up on this sketchy dirt road up this mountainside, but thankfully we were able to turn our big dually truck around and we finally found the correct road into the park. We passed some awesome rock formations like the Checkerboard Mesa. When we got up to the main tunnel leading into the park, traffic all of a sudden came to a standstill. We were stopped there for about 45 minutes and we learned that a car had actually stalled inside of the tunnel. So we just decided to turn around and find another hiking opportunity along the road without being actually inside the park. We found some parking next to this large slick rock area and we decided to go up and check it out. Be careful.
These shoes are kind of good fit. Oh.
Don't keep talking.
I'm gonna go all the way to the end of the wall.
Look, I found a friend. I was super thankful that we had invested in some real hiking shoes for our family instead of just tennis shoes, because they certainly helped us stick to those slick rocks. Grayson's like on a slide. Yep. Slow down. After our hike, we decided to head back to Kanab, where we found a super awesome skate and bike park about a mile away from our campground. It was our boys' first time at a skate park and they had so much fun. Oliver accidentally rode into one of those empty swimming pool features, and thankfully he didn't actually topple over the front of his handlebars, but he did have some trouble getting out of there.
Stop, Mom!
Steve, of course, was a natural at the bike track. But I was not so graceful.
See what you can do.
Not a good idea.
Watch out, Ollie. Watch out.
Not a good idea.
There it is. Just go. You got this. Go.
I am so scared about this.
Don't be scared. You're just going to do some hoop-de-hoops. Come on.
I barely know how to ride a bike.
Just go. Did it scrape?
It's scraping. I can't do it.
Because you got to keep the wheels
I can't.
flat. Yeah, you can. When you go down, keep your wheels flat.
Easier said than done.
Go.
I'm gonna fall. I'm gonna fall. Ollie, move out of the way.
All right, let's go.
I don't want to. I don't want
Just keep your legs flat. You still got to pedal.
Well, I don't, so.
Good job, baby.
Wow.
The next day, we wanted to see what else Kanab had to offer, so we found a trail that would lead us up to some dinosaur tracks. It was a steep climb, but the payoff was worth it. So this was the hill that we just climbed up, and there's Dinosaur Tracks all the way at the top, right up here. Tough, but short, so not too bad. Later that week, we drove back to Zion, and this time we made it through. Put your lights on. Oh my gosh, it's dark in here. Woo. Driving an oversized dually truck, they had to stop traffic on both sides of the tunnel to allow us to drive through the center of the tunnel because it's not very wide. But we did have to pay $15 for a permit to do this, and that covered our round trip through the tunnel and then back out. Thanks to arriving early, we found a parking spot at the visitor center. We hopped on the shuttle bus to the Angels Landing trailhead. A week before we arrived, they started requiring permits to hike the top chain section of the trail, but since we weren't planning on doing that section with our kids, it didn't really matter to us. You can still hike all the way up to Scout Lookout, which is right before the chain section of Angels Landing, without a permit. So that's what we did. There are still some dangerous sections of this trail, as you can see here, where the trail is literally carved out of the mountainside, but it does make for some amazing views.
We can eat and walk.
Ollie, could you walk closer to the other side? After a short reprieve from the uphill switchbacks, we came to Walter's Wiggles, a series of 21 steep switchbacks that take you up an elevation of 250 feet in a very short period of time. Once we passed the switchbacks, we arrived at Scout's Lookout, the area just before the chain section. This is where we stopped to eat our lunch, and I tried not to think about the fact that we were still 1,000 feet in the air and only a few feet from the edge of the cliff. From our lunch spot, we could see the people on top of Angel's Landing, and some people in particular seemed like they were just trying to test fate with where they were standing.
I can't believe I can't believe I'll go up there.
Like, no thank you.
I'll go now.
I do not want to go. That person literally is like asking to fall.
Nice strong breeze.
Yeah.
As I said before, the chain section of Angel's Landing now requires a permit, which is acquired by a lottery system. This trail is very dangerous, and around 20 people have died while hiking it, mostly from falling from the 1,000-foot cliffs at the top.
Where'd it go? There it is.
What goes up must come down, at least when it comes to hiking. So once we finished our lunch and enjoyed the view, we headed back down the switchbacks and the 1,000 feet we had climbed on the way up.
Move those legs.
Since I kept stopping to take pictures, Steve and Grayson went on ahead down the trail, and Oliver hung back with me.
There. Got him on video.
Thanks for watching! And if you like our travel content, stay tuned for our next video where we hike the famous Narrows in Zion National Park. If you're here for our homesteading videos, don't worry, we still live here on our farm and we have several videos coming down the pipeline for that as well. I'll see you in the next one. And Coco says bye-bye too.